It was the day of the Ocean Life exhibit, and everyone was working hard to prepare. Thomas was puffing to the docks. Maybe I could do something. When Thomas arrived at the docks, the other engines were busy bustling around. Everyone sure looks busy today, thought Thomas. James and Cranky the Crane were busy unloading a big shipment of ocean plants. The plants would be put in the fish tanks to make the fish feel at home. "Can I help?" asked Thomas. "Huh! Oh, little Thomas, an engine like me doesn't need help," sniffed James. Thomas puffed away sadly. Thomas chugged over to where Harvey was moving a bunch of small crates. "Keep back, little Thomas. These crates are full of all the empty fish tanks, and they are very fragile," said Harvey. "We don't need you to be breaking anything." Thomas was disappointed. He puffed away to find Salty. Maybe he'd help. As Thomas found Salty, he noticed two cars coupled to Salty on the next track. He had never seen cars like these before. They were large, and Thomas could see through their sides. They were full of water. A big octopus was swimming in the rear car. Thomas was amazed. Then he pulled up to the front car. It had a huge shark in it. The shark looked at Thomas. He opened its mouth. He had rows of big, scary teeth. "Look at that!" Thomas gasped and hurried up to find Salty. "Amazing, aren't they? These creatures from the deep? Eh, Thomas?" said Salty. "Where are they from?" Thomas asked excitedly. "Where are they going?" "Ah, they're off to the ocean show. It sure is fun having them here, don't you think?" answered Salty with a smile. "I can't wait to tell Percy about them," thought Thomas. "Maybe we can see them in Tidmouth." Thomas was still marveling over the shark when Henry rushed by. "Out of my way! I'm in a hurry!" Henry whistled. "Ah, don't fret, little Thomas. Little engines can be mighty handy at times." "Thanks, Salty," peeked Thomas sadly. "Maybe there's something I can do back at the station." As Thomas was leaving the docks, Percy came up chugging, working hard, pulling the afternoon mail. "Percy, you've got to take a look at the cars that Salty is—" Thomas started. "Not now, Thomas," Percy interrupted. "I need to deliver this mail on time." And he hurried past. Percy passed Salty, then looked up and saw a huge shark staring right at him. "Yikes!" he tooted loudly and rushed forward. Percy was so surprised and so scared he didn't look where he was going. Henry was stopped ahead of him on the same track. He was waiting for Harvey to finish loading up his crates. Percy ran right into Henry, pushing him up the track, right towards Harvey's cargo of fish tanks. Harvey rushed forward. He ran right into James. The docks were in disaster. Thomas saw what happened and came hurrying back to help. His smaller size made it easy for him to fit between all the bumped engines and broken crates. First, he helped pull Percy back on the tracks. Then he kept all the freight cars in order, while the spilled mail and broken crates were cleaned up. Finally, he helped Harvey put James back on the track. and he didn't tease James about his green face. Later, when everything was in order, he went to look at the shark, whose car was sitting on a siding. Salty pulled up beside him. "Well, Thomas, I knew ye'd find a way to prove what a really useful engine ye are," he said. Thomas smiled and looked back at the shark, who gave him a big wink.